Hi, I'm Mary Lou Stevens, author of The Last of the Apple Blossom, and I'm going to read today from chapter 23. Annie's expression changed as she looked Catherine up and down. Is that what you wore to school today? I know you love that dress, but really? What? Catherine ran her hands down the skirt of her favourite dress. She'd bought it with her first paycheck. How proud she'd been that day with her own money to spend. As soon as she'd seen the frock on the rack in Fitzgerald's, she knew she had to have it. The light blue of a springtime sky and sprays of tiny pink flowers had reminded her of Apple Blossom. Oh, Annie gave a quick nod. You understand, don't you? The dress belonged to a simpler time, before the fire, when her brother was still alive. The 60s were over, both the good and the bad. Times had changed, and so had fashion. I guess so. You can't meet the Queen wearing a dress like that. Even she's more up to date than you. I'm not meeting the Queen, Catherine laughed. Most likely I'll be squashed behind rows of children, all waving Union Jacks and lucky to catch a glimpse of her. In less than a fortnight, the Queen was coming to the Valley as part of her Australian tour. Her Majesty wanted to experience firsthand the crop that had seen Tasmania dubbed the Apple Isle. The royal entourage, including Prince Philip, Prince Charles, and Princess Anne, were going to visit the Coombs orchard at Longley to wander through the trees and talk with the pickers. Then they were to travel to the Frankhams at Ranelagh to watch apples being graded, packed, and loaded. Mr. Frankham had installed a brand new toilet in case one of the royals was caught short. The whole of the Huon Valley was dizzy with excitement. Every school child in the district and most of their parents would be descending upon Ranelagh for the royal walkabout to cheer and wave flags. Annie turned back to the stove. The smell of cooking sausages made Catherine's mouth water. She'd had a long day at school, only managing a couple of bites of her sandwich while on playground duty at lunchtime. How about you pop up to Hobart after school on Friday for late night shopping, Annie said. Buy yourself a few nice things, including at least one new dress. Can you spare me in the packing shed? I'll manage. Don't worry about me in the packing shed or your own orchard or the school. Go up to town, do some shopping, see some friends. Think about yourself for a change instead of being a slave to everybody else. A tightness in Catherine's throat prevented her from saying anything. Is that how Annie saw her? As some kind of martyr? It was true. She'd worked almost non-stop since returning to the Valley. The orchard needed so much attention and was reliant on her wage from teaching. It took everything she had and still demanded more. What had she expected when she'd raced back to find the orchard in ruins 3 years ago? The endless work and worry had left her exhausted. It was as if she'd forgotten herself and buried her true nature deep along with Peter. The Last of the Apple Blossom. Thank you.